Hey everybody, it's Bestie and Lisa the Purple Dahlia. We are on at a special time tonight, 8 p.m. because we have a special guest coming on at 9. So we figured we'd jump on early, do some readings, and just, talk with you guys. When you guys come in, please make sure to tell us where you are watching from, as well as make sure you share, like, and follow the video. Hi, Jamie. Welcome to Under the Paranormal Moon. You'll get that. Sorry, Sammy wants to be in the show too.
Hi, Sammy. You helping out tonight, buddy?
Hi, Kathy. From Cincinnati, Ohio. Hi, Eileen. And we have Sheridan Hale she says, hello, it's been a long time from Warm Springs, Oregon.
Is it warm?
Is it not raining?
Is it warm? Is it spring?
Right, we would be there.
Bear with me. I've been running errands all day. I literally got in, cooked dinner, and Rita wouldn't eat, so we had to make her some chicken. So,
hi, Chantel Dunn from Ontario, Canada.
Nice.
Hi, Amy. Sherry Lee, hello.
Ooh,
hi, Colleen. Hi, Dolores from Indiana. Hi, Julie. All right, guys. So here's how this goes. We are going to do an hour of readings. I will pick the person for who's getting the readings. Please do not blow up the chat with the same question over and over again. If I see it, I will get to you. Just know
we're going to do 2 hours tonight. We have an awesome guest coming on, Eric Perry. You might know him from the Travel Channel, Haunted 911. So he's our guest tonight. So just to make sure, because, the weather hasn't been working with us too well lately. I want to make sure that we were able to squeeze in some free readings. So please, if you want the question, once she picks it, I don't pick it. That's how we keep it super fair. And it's one question. So it's not like if you give a mouse a cookie, then what's he having for breakfast? We're not doing that. And it has to be semi-specific because there's a lot of people in the chat. Okay. This is just to keep it fair and to keep it moving because it is just an hour and it goes by like that.
Hi, Karen. So we are on Live Paranormal. We are on Lisa on the Purple Dahlia Facebook page, and we are on the Purple Dahlia YouTube page.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna also see how we can get into like other things, but that's for me and you to discuss.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Karen! Everybody,
yes,
Karen happy birthday.
All right. Yes, I do have my Stanley Cup rosary beads, the Lord Stanley ones. So yes, I had it here and it fell through. So we got that over here to the side. Hello, Jimmy Rushing. Where's everybody watching from? I can tell whether you're watching from Facebook or YouTube or whatnot, but what state? And if you're new here, let us know that you're new with some hearts. Okay. Again, if you're new to us and you do have abilities, now would be a good time to ground because we just don't know what's going to come in.
Hi, Virginia.
See this one.
Sherry Lee is watching from Michigan.
Ooh. Is it raining everywhere or is it just here? Because it feels like it hasn't stopped raining.
Oh, it's raining here.
Okay.
Hi,
so while we're getting ready, the Ghost Tube app gave out the word crazy. Oh, thank you, Karen. It's a custom purple.
Carol is not new, Canada. Sherry says it's raining where she is. Colleen, raining in New Jersey for 3 days. Same here in PA. Dolores says it has hailed where she is at.
Hail? Holy crap. Yeah, my hair was looking super cute early with all the curls until the moisture hit it. So now we got frizzies, but it's okay. It was awesome.
Chantel, hi, don't hold it against me that I am a Montreal Canadian fall. LOL, Ms. Boston.
Okay, so my older son,
I'm lost.
says I'm lost, whose birthday is tomorrow. He's 27 tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
His best friend is a Montreal Canadiens fan. So yeah, I get it. How those two became friends, I don't know, because they're diehard.
Look what's going on here.
Oh, somebody's being cutesy wootsy. Hi, Sammy. Sammy's a good boy.
He's fighting with Daddy.
They're watching the game. Okay, somebody remind me to drink water because I don't think I'm drinking enough, and I feel like
Raining in Wisconsin.
Poughkeepsie, New York. Is that where you're from, Virginia?
Hey, we passed that. I'm just saying.
I know. I was gonna say, isn't that the one that we passed? I'm always like, what's that? Because like it never looks the way I imagine it would be spelled.
That's near X. The X. Who you're like, oh, we can go off this.
That day that we had all that traffic, and you're like, take a right up here. I'm like, really? You're like, yeah. I'm like, no, I don't know how to do that. Reroute. No. I'm the one that my GPS guy's on me.
I'm confused.
Kathy said, sunny 1 second, hailed, storm, sunny again. Eileen said, we had hail earlier than lots of rain. I don't think we've had the hail here in PA. It's just...
Listen, a lot of places have massive flooding that they already had over 20 inches of rain that literally they've already had to evacuate. And yeah, so everybody, please stay careful. Please, FYI, my daughter's wife is having surgery Tuesday. Okay, I will send some prayers for her.
Let's all send healing light and prayers to Carol's daughter's wife. So I am going to open it up for questions. Remember, one specific question. If you have not grounded, please do so now.
Spirits tell me, and this came from Spirit, don't just ask one question and then come back 5 minutes later in the chat. Well, I did ask you one question. You answered it. Now I want this. That's not how this works. It's literally one question to be super fair. Make sure you're like sharing. Sharing is caring here. We can still do it that way. Okay. Busy tonight with the spirits, that's for sure. Okay, so for those of you that are new here, my name's Lisa. I'm the Purple Dahlia. I am a natural-born psychic medium from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. I'm up above the S.K. Pierce Mansion. That's like my next town over. Okay. All righty.
We're going to wait for some questions in.
I'm kind of short, so I have to squish the pillows up. Hold on. Oh, that's why, because you took a pillow out. Yes, even my pillows are Bruins. Okay. Oh, way better. All right.
All right. So our first one is Lori Rodney. When will I be moving? When do you see her moving?
Well, it's not going to be as soon as you're hoping it is. It's going to be a lot longer than that. If you had thought that you were going to move like in a couple of months, I'm going to say, so see, we'll call it May because today is the last day of April. May, June, around September.
I'm confused.
You're confused? Well, that
Crazy.
makes two.
I'm lost, I'm confused, and I'm confused. That's what it's saying. All right. Are you using a realtor to find the new apartment or the new house? Because I feel like you're going to have to use a different realtor. Like she's not doing, I don't like to call people out on their jobs, but she could be doing a better job handling your situation. And you're not going to get everything on your list checked off. So, Dolores, my heart goes out to you, honey. I had in February, this shoulder was popped out. They scraped some of the arthritis out of my socket and then popped me back in. So, and the weather's killing me.
Let's
So if
see.
you just do this and I can't really move it, now you know why.
Sheridan says, my niece and I haven't talked for 15 years. Does she miss me?
She does miss you, but it sort of feels like that there's a third party chomping in her ear that is the reason why that you guys aren't talking. Like, I want to say, best way I can explain it. In my family, I tell them, unless you've heard the words come directly from my mouth, don't believe nothing until you've talked to me.
Lori says, no, getting kicked out of my home May 14th.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Show me yes. Show me no. Show me maybe. Okay. Will she be going to a temporary place to live first? But her permanent move is going to be September? Okay. Is there a chance that it could be maybe end of July? Okay. But she's going to have to switch the person that she's using to find the apartment. Okay. Is this woman not trying hard enough? I'm just, listen, dowsing rods don't lie. Okay.
Let's see. The rep handling our case and compensation has had us email letters to government officials. Will those emails have a positive effect?
Carol, I don't think you're going to get the exact answer or the solution or the result that you're looking for. You will be getting compensated, but it's not going to be the amount that you thought. It's going to be for a hell of a lot less. And it doesn't matter how many times you flood them with paperwork. At this point, I think it is what it is. Now, there's a technicality or like a loophole that they didn't follow, which is why you're getting this, why you have this new lawyer that's going after them, and it should go a little quicker. But again, it's not going to be nearly the amount that you thought it was going to be.
All right. So call the Dolores, the one with the surgery. She is wondering, will she go back to work?
How long ago did you have the surgery?
Let's see. Been nearly 4 months.
I think you're not going to be able to return to work till July. And it feels like, listen, like we know what this is like. If you've had surgery before, you go perfectly well. It might be healing ahead of time, and then you hit a little speed bump. You're going to hit a little speed bump. So July is what I'm seeing. And it's not even the first week of July, so it's not like, I'm trying to get you out, not to go to work on the holiday. It sort of feels like the second to third week of July is when you're going to start going back to work.
Chantel Dunn, will I be promoted to an AS06 soon? Thank you for sharing your gift. What is that, by the way? Is it like some sort of manager?
Say, like, what's that?
Well, she's in Canada, so they may call it different.
The ghost box just said, can you repeat?
Guys, make sure you stick around because 9 o'clock we have a special guest.
Oh,
Eric
yes,
Curry,
you don't want to miss
our
guest, famous, and we have some big news to tell too. So, all right, let's see.
So Dolores says that's what the doctor told me. I got injured at work. Thank you.
Listen, and again, if I sort of feel like you're not going to be able to go back to work like full time. It's going to be like when they arrange your hours so that it feels like part-time until you get into it. Go easy at work. I know you're going to forget that you just had the surgeries if you could forget, right? But you got to be careful when you're going back. It's got to be like modified. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so an AS06.
Level 4 position, looking for a promotion.
Oh, okay. Well, I see a promotion coming, but I just don't know if it's the AS06.
I'm going to contact our friends, see where they are.
Is that okay? So is that the AS06? Okay. Did you already put in for this? Or let me rephrase this. You're due for promotion or review. Does your boss know that this is the level that you're looking to get? Because I sort of feel like there's like a half step before you get to this that pay scale. Okay. All right. So if you get promoted, how soon does it affect your check?
It's usually like the next pay.
Because it feels like you have to
period.
wait a week longer for it to hit your check, and I don't know why that is. They just said the delay in the pay will be like a week.
I think that means she's happy.
Yeah, I believe that's woohoo.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I have next.
Somebody just said don't. Oh, shoot.
Gail R. Van Gilder. It's supposed to be, am I in the job I'm supposed to be in?
That would be a big no. For some reason, Spirit's saying that you settled for what you're doing right now. There's something else that you had more interest in. And listen, the pandemic kind of screwed up everybody's job. You got to dust off that resume. And listen, if anybody that's doing the resume or wants to get another job, go through your resume. No longer do they want to have you boost up what position you had. Be honest with them and do include your life experience, particularly during the pandemic, because that's going to help you guys out a lot. But yeah, they're saying that you wanted a certain job. Either you couldn't wait any longer, you had to take another job, but they said you settled for where you are right now, and by all means, your dream job's out there. Just make sure you get the resume going and everything else.
All right, let's see. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa Souza. How are you, honey? Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Sherry Lee would like to know, will I finally get some relief from this nerve damage?
Oh, that's like a double-edged sword. It will get some improvement, but it's never, ever going to go completely away. Just know that, but it will improve it, but you're still going to have some bad days. They just won't be as many of them as what you're doing right now.
Karen, at the beginning of the show, I had asked people to only comment the question once because then it blows up the chat and I'm not able to, see others. So I do see your comment. You are next up in line.
We're doing the best we can on one person, mind you, okay?
Do you see any grandchildren in my future? Karen Stone would like to know.
Yes. All right, so have they already tried and not been successful with the pregnancy?
Oh, she came in late. All right, guys, for you guys who are just joining now, if you would like a reading, please comment your question. I will be choosing them. Lisa will not. I am Bestie. I'm page manager, her go-to, her right hand. Just comment your question and I will get to you. Huh?
My manager.
Manager. So she said
a momager and I have a bestager.
She said no.
It's okay. So those of you that came in late, my name's Lisa. I'm the Purple Dahlia, not your average medium. Yes, I know it's a very wordy title, but Spirit gave it to me and it took off from there. No,
we can't repeat.
So I'm a natural born psychic medium. I'm legit. Can't always turn this off at all. I help on cold case files, unsolved murders, missing people and pets. I can read people from pictures. I can read them face to face, and I can also do psychometry, which is the reading of an item. So say if you had grandma's necklace and you want to know, like, ooh, where has it been? Was it always Nana's? Because Nana said it's worth like $1,000. I can be like, hey, she got it from a flea market sale. Like, she just tells everybody that.
Travis Rachel says, evening. To this day, my daughter still talks about when you came to my school in York, PA, and conducted crossovers.
Oh, thank you, Travis. That was in just outside of Gettysburg. They were having a lot of activity in the school. And your daughter, it wasn't just me, your daughter helped out because she's a sensitive too. And I had there was a large amount of over. A lot of them over. What?
You didn't tell me that, bestie.
That was with Lori. That was a place that I had to go. So
no,
I went from
I'm talking about Amy's comment.
Wait, what?
So, Bessie, I don't know if Lisa told you, but we did get confirmation my daughter is having a girl. I knew it. Sorry.
Where were you that you didn't?
We
just I think we discussed this a couple of weeks ago. I think you came on, you got everything going, and then you had to step out for a second. I thought you knew.
No, we talked about.
Oh, Karen, you're going to get more than one grandchild. I didn't say you were just having one. I just said it seems like they've had some difficulty getting pregnant or not holding the pregnancy. Listen, they're going to be successful on the pregnancy on this one. It's just don't pressure them because pressure causes stress. Stress is the natural determination and protection for sex because if you're stressed, you're not going to get pregnant.
See, she DM'd you. She
messaged you. I think I told you. All right. Listen, I get so busy now.
See, she forgets about me.
Really, best you want to go there?
Let's go there.
Was that night that you went upstairs?
No,
everybody has to be part of the problem and not the solution.
That was not the night.
Funny. That is so funny. You know it will happen. I'll do it some night too. I'll take turns.
Listen, I have never been so tired in my life.
I just feel that she's not trying to not get pregnant, but she wants to get the wedding sealed away. But listen, don't be one of those parents that be like, oh, you okay? You stressed because you look like you're putting on weight. Just avoid all conversations. Even if it's obvious to you, say nothing. Don't rob them of their moment to tell you. Just play dumb. Play along like you're supposed to.
Virginia, I don't see your comment. Can you repost that? And Karen said, and my daughter cannot have children.
No, but I feel she's going to be a mother in a different way. So she might not necessarily give birth, but she's still going to be a mama. Listen, conceiving a child and carrying a child's one thing. Giving birth to a child is another thing. Being a mother and being a dad is a whole nother level because it's not how you got here. It's what you do after you're here. So moms and dads are the ones that stay up with you for nightmares. They stay up with you when you're sick. When you have a cold, when you have surgery and stuff. This is where that legitimate mom and dad come into it. Like you have to be there for your child. The other ones are just sort of sperm donors and hosts. They host the baby till the baby's born. And not everybody's cut out to be a parent, by the way.
That's true. Brooke said my favorites with a heart.
Right, but listen, you're not going to mean to say it. I'm just saying you're just not going to mean to say it. You're just going to say it and think nothing of it. Just as you get closer to the wedding date, things might be a little snugger. Hi, Sammy. Mommy, he wants a kiss. You should give him kisses. I don't see the thing from Virginia.
I don't see it either.
I see
the only one I saw was raining in Poughkeepsie.
Oh, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, Alyssa.
Like I said, the only thing I see from Virginia is
And
raining in
again,
Poughkeepsie.
if you clog, listen, I know how other people do their readings and stuff, and they want people jumbling and jamming. I get to everybody in the manner and as fast as I can.
Simon Smith. Hi, Purple Dahlia. How are you? Do you pick up anything for me from my mom? XXX. Thank you, love and light from Scotland.
Nice. XXX, by the way, if you're over in Scotland, Ireland, and England, it usually means kisses. So I know that. Did you change something of hers? So, like, hey, if you inherited her house, then you change the paint. If it's something that belonged to her, like a dresser or an armoire, you either refinished it, you painted it, you did something. She's referring to something of hers that you changed. And we're kind of like, she loves it.
Can you repeat?
Okay, wow, you're really stuck on silly today, people. Hold on. We're going to shut that off and start it again. I've asked GhostTube to come through with the code word, so for Eric. Okay.
Karen, that is a general question. Of course, your mom and grandmother is around you. You have your guardian angels, your family members are always in spirit around you.
So let me. So if somebody says, "Oh, is this spirit around?" There's always spirit around. Listen, if I can't run from them, you can't run from them either. They have a different time schedule, so they don't have any concept of time. So they just bebop their way to different family and friends to watch and observe. But I want to say they are trying to come through to you. Like, I feel like there's something with the electrical. So for me, when I get what they're referencing, it's like there'll be a flick of lights. Oh my God, I went through Home Depot today. No, we're not sponsored by Home Depot. You know the light section that they have with all the lights?
Yeah.
As I'm walking by, the house started flickering. And the woman,
why you messing with technology again? I swear.
Listen, the woman that was in there, I was like, whoa, that wasn't doing that before. And I'm just like,
the worker?
Yeah, I'm like, wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
What were you doing in Home Depot?
We were trying to get a couple of peach trees, a lemon tree, but nobody really has the trees. They have a lot of apple trees up, but they don't have the ones that I was looking for. So yeah, it's a search because I want a bay laurel tree, and now they have it's bay leaves.
Oh,
and then I want a willow tree, and then I want the small lemon tree and the small lime tree that you can grow on your patio, and they'll grow up here. So yeah.
Brooke said, those lights pull me in like a darn moth going to the light. Some of them are really nice.
But listen, if you're looking for some outdoor, the lights that go on from the sun. Solar lights. Big Lots has a bunch of them. A bunch.
Virginia says, thank you for all the advice and help you gave me from the cards and reading. Still working on one thing that I was told was it would take a while, and I give it up to the universe. Did take care of some things that I had put off and was told to take care of, and it only took one phone call. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome, Virginia. You are so, so welcome. Hey, I'm going to be in New York in... what month are we now? May, July. I'm in.
Yeah, July. I think I'm going to join you in July.
Okay.
My anniversary is the day after, so I mean, might as well.
Well, when we bring Eric on, be like, hey, how do I get a ticket there? I used to see spirits, but it's been years now. Oh, you'll see them again, honey. Listen, that's the great thing about spirits. So when I have a surgery or something, they sort of take all the spiritual stuff and all my psychic powers till I heal. And it's like, I can still do readings, but it's very hard for me to do a whole bunch of readings. Like I try not to book readings when I'm healing or if I'm sick. So, and then when I'm ready, they already know. So say if I'm like, oh, well, let's see. I'll just take another week off because I want to go get ice cream or whatever. Spirit's like, yeah, no, that's not how this is working. You're going to go live now. No, I can't.
Bestie,
What?
look at your message that I just sent you. And Amy said you were going to have to order them online. I guess the Bay Laurel that you
Yeah, that's what I thought. My husband was given a gift card, so I figured if we did that, then, we'd probably just have them shipped. Because the forest behind us, the property was sold, and they've wiped out all of my trees. So there's no shade, it's direct sun. So I can sit here and pout and be upset, which I am, that they killed off. I mean, it was acres and acres and acres, and they just ripped it all down. So we're trying to put up, if we're going to put up trees to have shade, I already have blueberry bushes. I already have one peach tree, which isn't really doing good in the location that we put it in, but that we didn't know that we were going to have the forest ripped up. So I want to get a bunch of different ones.
Did you see my message?
Yeah, I did.
You ready?
What time is it? 8:34. We'll do a couple of more readings just to try to get this in before I bring on my guest, Eric. Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions?
As a nurse for 33 years now, I've been able to help my patients believe in the afterlife. Oh, listen, it's not an easy job to be a nurse now, to deal with people that are already in an institution, because some people don't really belong there. Somewhere there and probably should have had mental health help, and mental health's not being taken seriously in America.
Wait a minute. Tanya, did Jeff have you on there as a beneficiary?
Should I give Jeff's retirement beneficiary information for him to collect? I cannot receive it, as Jeff and I were not legally married. But you were...
No, he didn't have him on there.
Okay, so let me rephrase this. So if a child comes to you and is like, what's in it for me? And then they want to give you a hard time about everything else. When it comes to this, I'd be like, okay, what's in it for me? Because I feel like this one particular child has an alternative motive.
Brooke, what did what say? Maybe the box. His son hasn't asked for it.
Hold on. It said okay and backward. If you guys have the Ghost Tube app, you can totally run it and see what you get. Yeah. Oh no, I'm using the Ghost Tube right now because I asked them to send a code word through.
Sheridan, that is a general question. That is not like a specific.
Yeah, I wouldn't do any. I wouldn't do anything with it as of yet. And listen, Jeff's trying to come through right now, but I have a whole bunch of spirits here. So Jeff's like, I don't know. He's like, I know. Okay. That must be a very stressful job for you, Dolores, working in a men's prison right now. But at the same time, I want to say there's a lot of activity there, like, paranormal activity there. Is there one particular cell or one particular area that you know for a fact is particularly active at that prison? Because I sort of feel like it's a well-known area. Like everybody that works there knows about it. Where I went to college, there was one hallway that was very...
All right. One more question.
And then we're going to go to our...
From Brooke. Has Chris been trying to give me a message? I felt like he has been trying to cause all of a sudden, the songs we used to listen to, that they keep coming up.
Okay. So, and Bestie hears me do this 1,000 times. Like, is this a real song? And she looks it up like, who knew what the bodies hit the floor was real song? Dude,
I'm the music guru for her.
But spirit will come through songs, song lyrics, foods, smells, all sorts of stuff. I would suggest writing the song down and then going to either look at the lyrics, who sings it, or what is the significant meaning to that song. So, like, you know, what's the one? Like the Applebee song. That was one that we kept hearing when we were driving back with all that traffic. Ooh, dangerous. Yeah, it was kind of dangerous. But this,
Charlene, I do not see your comments.
where?
This is the first time I'm seeing your comment. Guess you don't have an answer for me. I don't see your, and I've been going through the list.
Okay, Charlene, if everybody types in at the same time, which is what we're trying to prevent, sometimes they'll filter it out. You have to put like a heart or whatever. It's okay. But don't be like, guess you don't have an answer for me, because I sort of feel like you're trying to bait me then. Like, well, she didn't answer my question. I didn't get your question. I'm not picking the questions that are getting
I'm not seeing the questions.
If Bestie didn't see it, listen, it wasn't shown. So I'm looking back myself and I don't see anything. Just like I didn't see anything from Virginia earlier. So
yeah, well, the weather has been wonky, you know, with the rain and everything as well. Brooke hasn't seen anything either.
oh my God. Can we is there a way to screenshot or copy the comment that Virginia put up so we can put it on the page?
I can do that.
I don't, there's literally no comment that I'm seeing from you, honey.
Moron.
Technology problems. Yeah, definitely, Virginia. And it happens. It's not perfect, you know.
Plus, anytime you're dealing with people with abilities, us and technology do not get along. Why? Because it operates on frequencies. And look, my connection to spirit can cause things to not work, which is why when I go to investigate, say, a public investigation, like say if we're all going to go to the Lizzie Borden house, whatever, I try not to hold any kind of technology just so I know I'm not the one messing with it. So literally the only thing you usually see me is this.
Do you have a question, Charlene? If you do, please put it up now so that I am able to.
Yeah, just ask the question. I mean, if I can answer it, I will. God, it's probably
sorry, didn't mean to offend you.
It'll probably be like one of those questions, like which came first, the chicken or the egg? Really, it depends on what spirit I ask.
That's true.
And listen, I have a whole bunch of regular followers in here who will vouch for the fact that I go above and beyond.
Here.
Who wants to leave here?
I want ice cream. I'm just saying. I know that's random.
But they don't deliver ice cream. I can't get anything delivered up here.
All right. Yes, I was wondering if my legal battle over my husband's death will be over soon.
Somebody contesting it. Like, I feel like somebody is intentionally trying to prevent you from getting this settled. That's what I feel. Hold on. Will her legal battle over her husband's death be over soon? No. Will it be? Will it be over like in August? Maybe September. So Spirit's saying September. I thought you were, Brookie, I looked down. I thought you said, like, you know how they always say, like, oh, if that hurts, rub some dirt in it, you'll feel better. That's what you just wrote.
The people she's suing.
Okay, yeah. So I'd like to say that it's going to be settled in August, but it gave me a maybe.
Don't go there.
And September is what I feel that you'll have the settlement. Now, when you have the settlement, I mean, they've come to a decision. That doesn't mean you're going to get cash in hand. Cash in hand will take a few weeks after that.
All right. So
whenever it pertains to the legal system, whether it's divorce, domestic violence, whatever it is, add an extra week, because what happens is you get the paperwork And then they have a stack of paperwork that sits on their desk and they try to get through as much as they can. And then the weekend comes and look, now the stuff from the weekend. So if you haven't heard from it in a reasonable amount of time, it's okay to call and ask. Isn't that what you had to do, Bestie? Like I kept saying it's coming. You're like, oh my God, it's taking right. But it did finally come around. Okay. Do you want me to do that?
Can you bring it up?
Yep.
All right, guys. Stick around. Make sure you like, share, and follow this video.
Yes.
Share it so that people can see our new guest, our special guest that we have on tonight.
Damn, girl, we talk a lot.
Well, I could screenshot it for you.
Saying. Yeah, could you do that and then send it to me so that way I don't pull up something else?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to call you. I'm like, no.
It says I missed the call from Bestie.
Well, that's not what I was supposed to.
Okay, I'm going to assume by the pounding on my door to my office that we must have scored. I'm hoping we did.
There we go. All right, everybody. Here is Lisa's going to give a little background on Eric, and then we will bring him on.
Okay, so Eric Perry, has been in the paranormal field for 36 years. He has investigated some of the haunted locations on the East Coast. Now, when people say East Coast, you guys figure it's all states. When I hear East Coast, I'm like, if it ain't New England, it's not the East Coast.
East Coast is like PA too, you know.
Yeah, well, you know how the Coast goes. But he is from Massachusetts. So he's not my next door neighbor, but he up in my section. But he has investigated the Trans Allegheny, the Eastern State Penitentiary, Pennhurst Asylum. We got to go there. St. Albans Sanitarium and the truly haunted, this one, I Googled this one and I'm still going.
My
Captain
ears are going at that
Gore
one.
Farm in Vermont. He's an author. He's been seen on NBC, CNBC, Amazon Prime, Public TV, the Travel Channel, and he's a third generation witch. Yeah, I knew I was going to get somebody's attention on that one. He's a third generation witch. And
don't forget,
he's a paranormal award winner too. And international award he got for education in the paranormal field, which means he knows his stuff.
So everybody, please join us in welcoming Eric Perry. Woo-hoo! Hi, Eric.
How we doing, Eric?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing very good. Okay.
Virginia says hello. Brooke is
hello,
excited
everybody.
for this.
So somebody had asked me the question the other day, when is the new season for Paranormal 911 going to start?
In the U.S.
I don't know because a lot of shows are getting canceled through the Travel Channel right now because of the whole storm, like with Zach Baggins and Destination Fear. And all those.
I didn't hear there was a storm. Oh, do tell.
Well, there's a big feud going on between Destination Fear, Kindred Spirits, and everybody against Zach Baggins. And a lot of people are saying that he's doing a lot of fraud work behind the scenes.
Okay, so Destination Fear, he was the cameraman for Zach Baggins, right?
Correct. Yep.
Just said don't go there. And then the Amy and Adam were part of Ghost Hunters. So
correct.
When did they become with Zach? When was the last time that Zach Baggins actually did an investigation himself that wasn't pandemic eyes, where he was at home and then he did remote?
Yeah, where he's at home and everybody else is doing the investigation.
Yeah.
I can't remember. To tell you the truth, he's actually the producer of Destination Fear and a few other shows also.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't just that he was the camera guy. He was also the producer for that. Okay, so that makes sense. The only storm I remember with the Zach Baggins was when he had that the Devil House.
Yep.
Remember the one that he had to tear it down because it wasn't going the way he thought it was going to go?
That was a complete fraud, what I understand from it.
Yeah. Again, some people need to understand that when you see something on TV, it can be scripted. Because a lot of times as a psychic medium, we do readings and then
Don't go there.
same thing as the Long Island medium. She can do tons of readings. They might not get anything spectacular. So it's like, hurry up and wait. But I also know
Correct.
that she ran into trouble too, because she was like, people on her waiting list for 5 years now haven't gotten read yet. And she charges.
Yeah, but I also heard something else about that. Whenever you see her on TV, she's actually got an earpiece in. So she's actually getting fed the information.
Yeah, so is
earpiece.
that one with the former police officer and
Amy Allen?
yeah. Because in the beginning, she would say, all right, well, you really need to move from here because it's not going to go away, and have a good night. And then she'd just leave. And then people complain. But somebody I legit know was like, yeah, she didn't really do any of her work. She just took my notes and used it from there. So they were kind of like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I hear you there.
And there's a lot of places that aren't quite what they're saying they are. So, like, you'll go to a place that for an investigation and they're not really haunted at all. Listen,
I've been to a few of those. Quite a few.
Brooke said,
I have, and the places that I've gone have actually been legit. It is bad because they should. I mean, say what it is. I'll give you an example. It's like when you see something that says watermelon juice and it says not from concentrate, and then you look at the ingredients, it says watermelon juice and cherry juice. Well, cherry's not a watermelon. Say what you are. Don't tell me what you're not.
Oh, definitely. A lot of the cases that I do, I've done over my career and still doing them, and working and bringing teams. Haunted, like with my team, Haunted New England.
Cool.
Haunted New England is in New England. We are in the Carolinas. We are in Florida. We are in Texas. We're in California. We're in Ohio. We're in Michigan. And we're in New York. We all go by different ones, like Haunted in New York. That's part of my team.
So it'll be Haunted and then the regional area that they're covering. Gotcha.
Correct. So we've been doing this for a long time. And Haunted New York is still brand new. And they have an amazing founder, Shelly Brienza.
Yes.
She is a very good founder. She leads her team very well. She's very intuitive. She's an intuitive. So she's got her team pretty much grounded.
Bessie, can you bring up Kathy Newman's comment? I happen to have talked to Kim Russo before. She does have abilities. She's spot on. I don't know about her shows because her show is run differently. You'll notice like there's different guests that like Zach Bagans has brought on, and some will say, oh, they're not legit at all. Again, people forget like there's the person that the camera's on, and then the camera goes off and they're like, yeah, have a nice day. And I am not shy about saying this. What you see is what you get. If I got curlers in, they have something to do tomorrow, guess what? The curlers are going to be in when I go live. I don't Google anything. I make sure Bestie chooses the questions so that I'm above reproach. Even my dowsing rods, they're above reproach. Listen, you don't think I don't want to bling them out, but then I'll have somebody like, oh, there's a magnet. There isn't enough for fishing line in there. So I don't know how I was supposed to get a magnet in. So I try to keep myself above reproach. Can you, even if you can you give us the juicy details on what other storms you know are coming our way with the TV personalities?
There's a lot of talk that HBO is buying Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Right now.
I heard about that.
And they're gonna be buying that too, and they're gonna be changing a lot of things, and that includes the paranormal shows.
Okay.
That's not cool.
Are they going to? I wonder if they're going to change how it's being done, because in the beginning, Ghost Adventures, they would walk them in the building and then walk away. You're on your own. I watched, like, I've been a follower since the beginning with that, where they literally broke a window to get the F out of there. And that was the one at the, it was a saloon. It was something, there's the spirit that was chained to the radiator.
Right. Yeah, I know it's on you're talking about. Yep.
Okay.
There's a couple people not happy about that.
It's kind of sad. It really is, because honestly, I mean, if you're doing it for real and you're investigating, there's a difference between what Hollywood tells you is paranormal and what we know to be paranormal. Ouija boards are another tool.
Yeah, well, Ouija boards, I got one on my wall hanging.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a bunch of them here. But that doesn't mean that every Ouija board's bad, just like not every doll's haunted. Not every clown is haunted either. Again, it's either you could go to the same place for 5 nights in a row. 2 out of those 5 nights you're going to have dead, which means like nothing's happening. And then you'll have different degrees. I like to bring, and when I do collaborations, I like to bring the skeptics, the newbies, the experienced, and the some on the fence, because that way when we go into spirit, they're like, oh, we got to prove ourselves to the skeptic. Oh, we got to scare the newbie. But you're getting feedback. You're getting actual activity. So I like to say, like, we kill them with kindness. We don't go in and kick the hornet's nest. We go in there, feed it positive energy. Because again, what we get tonight, you might go in the next night and get something entirely different.
Let me put it this way. I've been to the S.K. Pierce Mansion 13 times.
Go there.
I've been to the S.K. Pierce Mansion. I have seen things at the S.K. Pierce Mansion that I can't explain. First time I went there, I heard a child say, come play with me. I put a piece of candy on the well where they said he was. I came back, that candy was gone.
Yeah. S.K. Pierce gave off listen, I used to love that house. I drive by it. I love Victorian houses, but it would always kind of bait me there. We went, and I'm not lying. Did you get to meet Mortimer, the puppet?
I got to. Let me put it this way. We were filming while we were there, and we had a cameraman that was filming. The team that was upstairs was provoking up on the 3rd floor. The cameraman was tossed over the 3rd floor railing, down the flight of stairs with the camera rig, and ended up having a stroke at that point.
So I didn't go in the basement. It was like 30 below zero. It was like extremely cold. But Mortimer, I didn't know that they had moved him on top of the armoire right at the stairs. This went across. So there's many entrances to that hall. We're all looking at the hall. If a doll falls, a doll will fall this way. Mortimer went this way, like he's Superman. And all of us, including Marion, was like, no, like nobody said anything. It wasn't like, oh, did anybody catch that on film? We were all like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, no. So they don't allow Ouija boards, but they allow the haunted dolls in there.
Well, what I got from doing that place, I learned a lot more respect for some of the activity that goes on there. We did a daytime, rare.
Let me film, like it. I saw the activity, but as soon as I turned my camera on it, it stopped, and that's the door that went up and down. Yes.
Yep. We did, when we did all this place, we even did a rare daytime investigation of the place. And our SLS cameras were picking up things left and right. We actually caught a shadow child on the 1st floor during the daytime.
We got a spirit that literally walked through. Now, I got human trafficking. I also think that S.K. Pierce Mansion is also connected to another place here in Fitchburg, which they're doing renovations on. I know, Dusty didn't like that place either. So I'm trying to get us in there. She's like, hell no, hell no.
It just didn't get a good vibe from it. Like it was like heavy. Like,
yeah, it's connected. And then a case that I'm currently working on traces back to that place too. So it's a little
Well,
weird.
Bestie, I got one for you, Bestie. All right. The most dangerous place I've ever been to happened to be Penhurst Asylum
In PA.
in
And of
PA.
course, I live here. I'm just playing.
I got tossed 25 feet across the room with a 50-pound camera on my shoulder by a spirit I couldn't see.
Mm?
In the Devon building.
Wow. I got pushed out of a room. I tried to go in and it was like, and I got hit with an invisible wall that I literally, and listen, we had Travel Channel producers and stuff there. Like, I mean, I tried. There was no way I was taking it lately. I'm like, no, I'm coming in. I want to see what you guys get. And it literally threw me back.
Mm.
Oh, that was the word I asked for was closet. So I asked Spirit to come through and give me a code word. And the code word I had asked for was closet. And it just said closet now. Because of the closet at the SK Pierce Mansion. You go in that room.
The red room?
Yes. You go in that room. You go into the closet.
The hooker room, as they call it.
Well, we were calling it the hooker room because that's what
Red light district.
They also had there was also a key hidden on the wall somewhere. And I know why it was there in case somebody tried to escape. But
we left money for her and it always disappeared.
Well, it's the room with the safe on the outside of it. And then the spiral case that goes up to
up to the Widow's Peak.
Widow's Peak, right. We go up there and literally there were 4 or more female spirits that were hunched in the corner. Now, you know that place ain't big. It's barely enough for my round bum to be up there. And it was because you couldn't be seen. So even though you could see people, you couldn't be seen because if anybody had spotted them bruised or whatnot. And we connected with one spirit and they had literally thrown bricks at her head to see if they could kill her to bring her back to life because she was colored. What the hell's wrong with you people?
This is true.
And that's when we realized it was connected in the same way that even the staff that worked for Mr. Pierce was also under his thumb because he tormented them as well. Every bathroom had a dead body in the bathroom. I don't understand.
Do you remember that they told you Betty Davis came there? To the SK Pierce.
Stay there. But I will say that area, even from people that I know on Facebook that had nothing to do with paranormal, was like, oh, I have activity in my house. I'm like, oh. And as soon as they didn't say where, they just said garden. I'm like, are you within that 5-mile radius of the SK Pierce? And they're like, well, yeah, why would you say that? I'm like, you got activity. You're going to have it because it's so strong. I still don't know what the lion's all about. Because Marion's like, well, you have experienced almost everything like a checklist, except for the house shaking and that giant footprint and the lion. And I go, yeah, I'm good with that. I don't need to have all 3 of those in one night. Think I'm good. But yeah, very active, very, very active.
Right. And some of the places that I've gone to, I've never been to the Lizzie Borden house, nor do I want to.
Okay. I got groped by Mr. Borden there, and Lizzie didn't do it. So.
And it's way too much money to go in that place.
Well, we went for the public one where you're open to the public, and literally I was getting stuff outside across the street before I even got there. I parked, I went across the street because you know how close it is to the sidewalk. Literally the killer walked right through me. How is it that nobody looked at the uncle? He lived next door. His wife was the one that tried to kill her children. And Lizzie was told that she couldn't go into heaven because she caused her father's death, even though she didn't. But she was also on the autism scale, too. So, I mean, there was a lot going on. They said, oh, no, he has nothing to do with being an undertaker. I got a lead needle, like a syringe, and he injected his first wife's neck. Lizzie saw that from the window of the driveway. And there's some, listen, I know it's like oral history. They put it down, this and that, but there's some discrepancies there. And she prefers Lizbeth. And she really did have a heart of stone. It wasn't that she had resting bitch face. It was just, she was on the autism scale. It is what it is. I don't think they knew what it was then, but yeah. But why won't you go in?
When I started hearing what they were charging for a price, I'm not paying to hunt.
Yeah, well,
When
we went. We know when paranormal people do want to do something fun for the night. What do? We go to other paranormal places, right?
But the funny thing is, haunted in New England, we get calls constant. Constant. We get calls. Like I just had a lady who I helped message me and say, thank you so much because you helped me calm my house down. And she hasn't had any problems since.
That's
a lot of things that we do.
Our abilities, though, isn't that why we have them, Eric? Is to do good.
Right. When we go to a place, we go into debunk. Like we learned that from TAPS. You go in, you want to debunk. And that's what we do.
Be your own detective. That's what I say. You can't go on what was already written in history, because that's why I don't check out any of the history before I go someplace.
We do, when we do it, we go in and like home inspectors.
Yep.
We're going in to check the wiring. We're checking the plumbing. We're checking the house foundation. All that. We do that just like that.
So we have this thing here on the page that this will mean that there's activity, and you have behind you right now. So just, I don't know if you can see it. Anybody else that's watching, there's a little pixelation going on because he's got this, but we call it the Fight Club. First rule of Fight Club: don't talk about Fight Club. If you have activity in the negative happening in your place, when they message me, I'm like, okay, contact me when you're not on the property. Why? I go, because I need you to just let things lie. Like, you want to de-escalate it in order to fix it. Like, poking it's not going to make it go away. It's just going to piss it off. Do you find that, because this wouldn't apply, because it's an individual case thing. Do you find that the no confrontation helps when you have to go in there and try to debunk or rectify the situation? Because, like, I know some psychics will go in there and they'll bleach it of all spirits. I'm not that girl. I'm the one that either we try to work with the one that's being a nuisance to negotiate, and if not, then that's the one that has to go. But everybody else can stay. It's not like that. Do you find that happens more often than not? If you de-escalate it, that it makes it, I don't want to say easier, because none of this.
Yeah, our team, we do not provoke whatsoever. We're going in there because we look at it as somebody's brother, sister, mother, cousin, grandparent, something of that nature.
You just want to hear their story like we do if we go on a plane.
And I think probably that's why we didn't get attacked by Mr. Pierce, was because when we went in there, we made it very clear, although he did make me call him Mr. Sylvester Pierce, which was a little annoying, but it's okay. His home, I get it. But we were honoring our word that we just want to come in and get their stories. Everybody's got a story. It's he said, she said, and the truth. We just wanted to find out, were any of these oral historians, was it accurate? The child didn't drown. The child drowned someplace else, and then he was alive for a couple of days, and then he died. But that doesn't mean he drowned in the basement. Like, nobody submerged him underwater or whatever. You know what I mean? So we wanted to debunk it too. It's kind of
the story that I heard. Right. The story that I heard about the little boy at the S.K. Pierce mansion was he fell from the well at the top of the roof, fell down through all the way to the bottom.
No.
That's what I heard.
And somebody said, oh, there's going to be a portal. No, there's a bunch of them. But the tunnels, there was a tunnel that went from, okay, so there's a couple of
mansion to the factory.
Right. But that underground one also had, what is the one that they call it, where they used to have the drop floor for the sailors out in California? Like, there's like a back alley or a back door entrance into one. There's a tunnel that's a separate tunnel that was where a lot of the females were kept.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, it's like the creep show factor, like the black internet or whatever, where you get to swap things. Like, oh, we're done with these females. You can have them. Let's swap. Like it was crazy. And then the writing in the, oh man, the place has raised so many questions. We didn't really get a lot of answers. I mean, we got some clarification, but it did raise a lot more questions. And then the stuff that I connected to or that I saw was just like, it was just, humanity had let me down at that point. It was a lot. Humanity had let me down. And then, yeah. Because that child just said, I didn't do it here. I didn't do it here. Okay, so I got it. He didn't do it here.
Okay, let me ask you this, because you guys seem very knowledgeable. What is your take when you see a TV show or something else tell you that it's a demon?
Well, just because it has hooves doesn't make it a zebra. It could probably just be a pretty pony.
Well, I could tell you for sure, I've dealt with one demon in my career. One.
Okay.
It was at the Border Motel. It's up near the New Hampshire, Vermont border of Canada.
Oh, you were right
it.
up there. You're like up there.
Yeah.
That's the one where you cross over somebody's backyard and you're in Canada, but you're not really in Canada, but you are.
Yeah, the library is actually split.
Yeah. They're showing me a rock and they're showing me that there's a line, but then they're showing me like, see, I can walk in the backyard. I'm in Canada, but I'm not really in Canada. I gotcha.
Right.
So depending on where you shoot the deer and it falls, it's either Canadian or United States. Okay, so now I know what you're talking about. Okay.
So not everything is a demon.
Tanya's
correct.
An investigator too. Right.
So we were up at the Border Motel. We ended up bringing a demonologist with us.
Ooh, did you bring one of the twins? One of the twins from Connecticut?
No. This is somebody that I grew up working with. He actually trained me.
Somebody that you vetted yourself. I like it, Eric. I like it.
So he was trained by a bishop, so I know that he knew his stuff.
Oh, nice.
So they called us up because there was a lot of going on. They sent us a video showing a child spirit going back and forth on the TV, going past the TV. We're like, okay, this isn't right. So we said, we're going to come up. They had us stay at the motel for the night, for at least the weekend.
How is the motel?
I
love it. They go, we need a place to sleep, and I go, so which
I would not sleep there again.
The historical part of the place you told me I was going to be safe to sleep, because I want to clarify that.
So we sent him down to the basement. We had cameras down there and everything going on. As we were filming, he came up. We saw him leave, and he was holding his face. When he got up there, his face had 3 deep scratches across it, all bloody.
Oh, my word.
He ended up leaving the investigation and ended up having a heart attack from it.
Did they call it the Widowmaker?
Yeah.
Okay, because I just got that reference. That's why I'm saying.
So we ended up. We tried blessed sea salt on this thing. Everything. It just went.
Did you try eating some sea salt itself?
We tried everything. This thing did not want to go. We found out later on there was a mansion that was across the street. The mansion was torn down. All the spirits that were in that mansion was known to be haunted. Ended up in the motel.
Yep.
No joke. It killed 5 people in that hotel. That demon killed 5 people. Different medical reasons.
Now, a friend of ours who has a house that has activity, who I said the neighbor's house had a lot of activity too. It's up for sale, but he's been having a lot of activity, like his game system, the steering wheel. He just walked in from work, flicked on the light, and the steering wheel goes to the right, and then it goes to the left. And he was like, what? And like, I'm trying to explain to him, it's not just the activity that you're doing, trying to make the place, listen, we have codes we have building codes we have to follow. You have to make it livable. But I said to him, they're connected. He's like, nah. And then he messages me. He's like, yeah, they were connected with the tunnel. I'm like, some tells me we can still get in that tunnel. It's like, Steve, if we can get in that tunnel, you're going to get more answers there than you are going to get anything else.
Right. A lot of the places. Okay, you brought up the Ransom O'Gore farm.
Yes.
Okay, Captain Gore had black hair, black eyes, and a black beard. He was born with black eyes, solid black eyes.
Well, you know what they say in the courthouses here, especially the Charlestown District Court, the eyes are the windows of the soul. So if there's no lights on in the eyes, then chances are he's got a very nasty soul. And I kind of stand by that one. That was how they would tell you, like the truth detector right there.
Well, he was part of the Battle of Gettysburg. Now, he was promoted in field. He never lost one man during his whole time during the Battle of Gettysburg. He never lost anybody. Right. So when he went home, he moved in with his mother.
Okay.
They owned this property. Come to find out, on the property, there is the family cemetery. On the family cemetery, somebody who bought the house after he passed took the gravestones and made a walkway out of the gravestones from the front door to the driveway. Come to find out, where the graveyard was not where it was supposed to be. The graveyard was actually the driveway.
So they moved the stone, so to speak, and said, oh, we moved the bodies. And then, that's not good.
Yeah. So myself and Elizabeth Angel. Now, Elizabeth Angel is my partner in crime for Haunted New England.
Okay.
She has worked with Ed and Lorraine Warren. She was trained by them. So I love
Lorraine.
So she's the real deal. She's also been on the show Counting Cars. She has the paranormal ambulance.
I love that idea. I do. Because I saw an ambulance on Facebook and I'm like, guys, somebody hit the lottery so I can buy that. We'll do it out. Boom. 311.
She's actually selling that car now. She's selling the ambulance right now.
Ooh.
$30,000. Takes that ambulance.
Dudes, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. So when we did Gore's farm, Elizabeth and I were there. She felt getting choked.
Okay.
She was being choked in the barn. We pulled her out of the barn.
Did it? Listen, we all know the difference between feeling choked and having a hard time swallowing and so forth, especially if you have abilities. But I want to say it felt like it was a two-hander.
Yeah.
Like
it was. She actually had handprints on her neck.
I was going to say there would have been a mark, and there's also something inside the body that he was trying to break.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, he was trying to break her neck. He was trying to break her neck. So when we were doing our investigation, we were setting up our DVR system to film. It blew it up. He blew up the DVR system.
Oh,
the thing went kaboom right in the house. So we had to rely on handhelds. As we were going upstairs,
hold on, Eric. People that are watching, you have to understand, when you go to investigate or help somebody out, when something goes wrong and there's a hiccup, you don't go, we'll come back another day. No, you in it now. Leave it better than when you found it.
Right. So when we started going upstairs, I had my camera and I'm filming. And as I just started where his room was off to the left, I went to go take the camera and film there. There he was standing there with his beard, his eye, everything. He was standing right there. I was like, whoa. And I actually have that photo of him standing there.
You guys got to understand, like, it's kind of hard to fight a spirit when you can't physically shoot them because they've already, all you're getting is their essence. And everybody has to be on their A game. Like Bestie and all the friends realized When I say we have a code word, which is evacuate the whole situation, that's not like, oh, we'll have some chit chat and we'll just run. No, we need to get the up out of there before somebody gets hurt. Because safety first, family first. First thing is you go in with how many people? You're leaving with the same exact number of people, and you all have to be ambulatory. It means you're walking out yourself.
Right.
How?
Right.
Because they're showing me
Yeah.
this man. I don't like him.
Well, you're not. Yeah, you're definitely not going to like him after I tell you this.
How many people saw him, or was it just you?
A bunch of us that night.
Okay.
So during his time as the spirit there, he killed the daughter, the homeowner's daughter. After he was done with the daughter, he went to the husband and killed the husband.
Is this the one with the 3 staircases?
Nope, this only has one.
Okay.
So he ended up killing the homeowner's daughter and husband to the point where it was just outrageously crazy. We were called in just before the husband passed away. We brought people in. I watched a 17-year-old kid that we brought on with us. He actually put his hand out in Captain Gore's farm and said, "Captain Gore, shake my hand." You watch that kid's hand crush. Captain Gore actually shook his hand.
Did somebody rub him the wrong way to instigate it? No, because you're not going in there that way. This is just pent up
Aggression.
right that he hasn't expelled.
And everybody that lived there from the time that he passed away on only lived there for 1 year.
Yeah, I want to say, and those people, if they lasted a year, it means that somebody else would have lasted 20 minutes.
Correct. A lot of what Captain Gore did, after we did more research and after talking to town folks and stuff, we found out that the barn floor was a gigantic Ouija board. Yeah. We walked onto a Ouija board.
Now listen, Ouija boards, what they show you in Hollywood isn't necessarily what it's another tool, just like this, provided you treat it with respect like any other tool and you know what you're doing, and you always have a plan B to fix something if you have an oh snap moment. Gotta go prepared, people. Not a game, but
Right.
Bestie, let's discuss what's happening in July. It's 9/20, I think.
So can you talk about the event for July at the
22nd.
Century Club?
29th.
Amsterdam,
Okay,
New
so
York?
right, the Century Club is a women's organization that's in Amsterdam, New York. They do a psychic fair twice a year. They also do something for the autism spectrum for Halloween. They open it up for them. I was just there at their psychic fair just this month. And I said, I would like to do an event here, something fun. And we've investigated the property before. I'm not going to give you any information on what I know. Yeah.
She don't do that. She likes to go in blind.
They just give me the address and I pay pole position till I get there. That's what I do. I don't even hang out with the locals.
The place is amazing. I'll just say that it's beautiful. They kept it up really well.
Now that's that picture you sent me that has the really nice house that looks like it's a badass tattoo.
Yep.
Very pretty house.
Just so you know, I'm joining her.
Well, but when you're in Amsterdam, you got to go check out the Amsterdam Castle. That's where you guys need to stay.
I want to go to a castle. There's supposed to be a castle in New Hampshire that I've never seen either.
You can stay at this castle?
Yes, it's a hotel and bar.
Okay, Bestie, you need to get on that.
I'm going to get on that. I'm going to get on
that.
that.
Stay it, girl. You go stay in the castle. I'm going to bring a tiara and I will be princess at the castle.
And they do allow you to walk around and investigate it.
Ooh. You should have told us that.
Have you all right, so before we continue on about the event, you've investigated at Gettysburg though.
No, I have not yet. It's on my
You've
bucket list.
you've never been to the Farnsworth?
Not yet.
Oh, dude, you know, my girl there says that she loved first doing an event there. Just
Let me
saying.
know.
Listen,
Let me know.
to make it happen, I don't know how to make it happen because that's my
Brooks.
deal.
Brooks
I
packing
usually
her
go
things
out
too.
Looks like I'm packing my things. Oh my God. So tell us about what's actually happening at the Century Club for July 20th.
So you and I are going to be doing a lecture. First off, you and I are going to be doing a lecture. You're going to have a half hour to speak to whoever you want to talk to. If you want to do like a reading of people that are there, like what's her name does from Long Island Medium.
Reading?
Yeah, you could do that.
Listen, I don't have big hair. I can try, but usually when I
Well, that's why she needs her manager with her.
There you go. And then we're going to investigate after. We're going to do about an hour lecture and then go and investigate the property.
Okay. Are there tickets available?
Yep.
Is there a maximum that people like? You have a cutoff like 50?
I'm only having 20 people. That's it. You can go to Where the Dead Talk New York chapter.
Is that on Facebook or just Google?
Yep. You go right into. You can go on Facebook on that.
Autumn, I need my phone.
Where the Dead Talk New York chapter. And
Eric, you do realize that my regular followers alone can sell you out like that right now.
Well, they're going to have a lot of, whoever comes, they're going to have a lot of fun.
Awesome. Now, this is something new.
Where
So
the Dead Talk
I would think that people,
New York chapter, NY chapter.
I would think when people go investigating, they would know not to wear high heels and stuff. That seems to be something new that they have to tell you that. What do you recommend for the attire that you should wear? Like, obviously, you're not going to wear anything Gucci. Not that I have Gucci, but you're going to want to be comfortable.
All right. If there are night vision cameras running, I don't know if your bestie knows this or not. If we got night vision cameras running, do not wear something see-through. That's happened on a couple of investigations that I've had.
Do you guys remember that? Rob Hernandez told us that the black, even though you wear black bra underneath, you can see everything. Listen, people, wear the tank top over the bra and then the shirt. And black doesn't make you the better investigator, the better psychic. It just means you're able to be seen when they use the night vision camera. That's
how much are the tickets? Because
only $10.
Oh, okay, because it's not coming up with it. It says minimum 10 underneath. So I'm just
right. It says $10. So
that is a skill in itself.
And I will have T-shirts for sale there, and of course, any photographs you guys want to take with me, it's totally free.
I'm getting a photograph.
Look at her. She's over there with her credit card right out.
Yo, you better jump on this if you haven't already, because Bestie's probably going to buy a lot of tickets. Rookie, get on it.
No, I'm just buying me and John. That's it.
So
it's going to be a good getaway.
About how many places have you investigated and how many events have you run? And is it the same number or?
Well, I did an event in New Hampshire it was called Haunted New England Paracon. It was actually, New England Paracon. And I did that back in 2013.
Kathy,
we ended up
it's the Century Club. in
Century
Amsterdam,
Club.
New York. You want to go to
Hold on,
where
I'm
the
making.
games are.
Let me.
Esther's gonna make a post. Relax, people.
So when we did it, we raised $10,000 for a children's home,
Okay.
and we did 4 truckloads of food for a food pantry.
Oh, Eric, you're totally my vibe because seriously.
So
awesome.
when we did that, we had teams from all over the country. We filled a room, and I do mean a room. It was in a castle that we actually did down in Nashua.
That might be the one because my son and my daughter-in-law live in around the Milford area, and they said that there's a castle, but she couldn't remember what part of it was. She just said, "But don't know. You can go in there. You can investigate stuff like that." Huh?
What's that?
Called?
What's the name of the castle?
I don't know the name of the castle. It's a motel. It's a hotel. Oh, you're looking for Amsterdam Castle?
Yeah.
Amsterdam Castle. You want to look in New York. So
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I've done case-wise. I've done over. Oh my God, I have to say over 3,000 cases in my career.
Are you the same person, or do you do when you started? You must have had, all right, this is how I'm going to do things. Do you think you're the same person as you were then, or do you feel that you've gained so much more knowledge from actively doing the investigations yourself versus as remote or passing the buck to somebody else to do it?
No, I go and do it myself. I always do it myself. I'm the one who walks in first, and I'm the one who walks out last.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am.
Bessie, the castle is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, but is it affordable? We got to be able to pay to stay, girl.
Dude, like, hold up, let me see if I can get it up. Like, look at that.
Oh, dang. Oh, I got to get a really good tiara.
And I can tell you where to get a tiara.
Really?
Yeah.
If it's from the Queen of England, I'm not sure they're going to let me out of the country with it.
There's actually a flea market that's right down the street from where I work. And
Dude, I can do psychometry, Eric. I'd have to be like, ooh, good vibe, not good vibe, good vibe. Nope, she lost her hair later. Nope, not her on that one. Oh my God, that would be so fun. Right down the street, flea market. You
right down the street from where I work.
Now, out of all these places that you've investigated, is there one particular place or place that you haven't been but want to go, or your favorite place to investigate a lot, like over and over and over again?
Well, when I started with Haunted New England, I did a lot of places that really touched my heart that I've done.
Right.
When I started with Where the Dead Talk, I wanted to go somewhere different with that.
Okay.
And I started doing, and I wanted to do because I wanted those dead in the cemeteries to have.
Right. Absolutely.
So when I started with Talk, I wanted them to be able to talk to me, like Robert Frost in Bennington, Vermont. I went to his grave.
Now, for those of you that don't know who Robert Frost is, very famous poet.
Correct.
And they called him something else.
He was a grumpy old man at times. I'll tell you that much.
He was a crusty loaf of bread. But there's a word, something laureate is what the spirit's trying to tell me. Something laureate.
Folklore. He had a.
Okay.
So when I asked a question, I said, "Mr. Frost, are you here? Welcome, friend?"
Oh my God. That's almost as that. Listen, we stumbled upon Lorraine Warren's grave because I was coming back from Best. Me and another one of my friends. Now, she said she's not going to talk to me. And I had been in that cemetery before and didn't get anything off of her. Although Ed always wants you to smoke a cigarette because he still likes to smoke. She has the record, and it was like, hello, darling. Like, oh, it was, you just knew. It was like, oh my God, like, who played that? But it was her. So they will talk to you, and the key thing is to always have the recorder going or the video going so that you can catch. It's a lot harder than it seems because I can never remember to take pictures of places because I'm connecting with spirit and I don't remember to take photographs of it, but yet I have the photograph in my head, so I can't unsee it. I can see it, but I can't unsee it. Would you say that being a third generation witch helps you in, I don't know, breaking the ice, talking to the spirits, or do you think that they resent you for it? Because listen, back then it wasn't either.
What? Grandmother happened to be a witch, and she was born. My grandmother did. She worked with Lori Cabot.
I love Lori. Lori's a sweetheart.
I was lucky enough to have.
I'm sorry, Eric, you're cutting out.
I had Lori enough to have on there.
They're trying to prevent you from talking right now.
My very first job I ever did was a career.
Wow. How the hell did you get that job?
Working in the city of Lynn, Mass. 15 years old, digging graves.
Now, I know everybody says that, like, things happen in the grave, but is it true that grave diggers see more of the paranormal than anybody else?
Very true. I saw shadow people during the day.
Yeah, but they're attracted to inner light. So for me, that wouldn't be a big surprise. Have you conversed with any of the spirits in Salem, with some of the ones that were persecuted and called a witch?
Yes. See, with my history, this is going to really blow up the chat room. I did my DNA. Okay.
Oh, I did the 23andMe too, like the whatever it is.
I did it. Yeah.
Ancestry.com, I think is what it's called. I keep wanting to say 23andMe. It's not us that's doing it, it's spirit. And there's also somebody trying to talk over you when you're talking.
Oh, yeah. I had a very famous. Okay, Bestie, you're gonna love this one, Bestie. My great grandfather, after doing my DNA, happens to be Vlad the Impaler.
You know, listen, they loved him. Despite that he was an impaler, they loved him because he stood up for their country. So let's not knock him. I mean, yeah, he went grotesque, but back then, that's probably what he had to do to send the message. Dwayne for one.
So I'm wondering who else is going to be at this paranormal excellent investigation. Is it just you and Lisa, or do you have another guest as well?
I'm working on another guest. I'm keeping that a surprise.
Ooh. But I don't like surprises.
But I reached out to who's part of GH.
Part of what?
GH.
Oh.
She's thinking.
Is it the one that has the hair gel that wears his hat upside down?
Nope. That's Dustin. Nope.
No, I know. So would
Who's
it
psychic?
be?
Lisa's psychic. You all know that.
That's what he said.
Let's just put it this way. He has not been seen.
Really?
Yeah. Not since the originals.
Wow, I'm excited now.
If I can get him to come, if he's not busy.
Can you tell
Well,
my son, please?
I already got 2 tickets. I'm just saying.
Awesome. Thank you.
Brookie already looked
So-
up the castle and the rooms.
Already did 2, and not bad, Betsy. Not bad at all.
Okay.
There you go.
Me and John are going to do 2 nights. Weekend
You
getaway.
You will not be disappointed.
Dude, I still don't think we ought to call Cindy at the Farnsworth and try to get an event to take place there, because I think that would be.
I'll handle that.
Yeah.
You
Now,
just let me
when
know
you do the events, Eric, how do you choose who to donate to, or how does that work when you? It's like, again, I've never paid to investigate places. This is like new thing, paying to investigate. So, is it you just take donations?
Yeah,
Or
what
how
we
you
do
choose
was
the cause?
right. Like with that one, we when the food we ask for cans of soup, stuff like that, to give to
Okay.
the food pantry, stuff that's non-perishable.
Right.
That was a gift. For truckloads we weren't expecting. When we got the money, they're there from all around the country that were there. They donated everything that they sold. They donated that money
Nice.
to that. So it was paranormal. I put it as paranormal unity to get everyone working to one cause.
Yeah, but you and I both know when you hear para-unity, that's not usually what it means. I'm sort of up to here with people saying that, oh, we're going to be supportive, and what they do is they backstab, they undersell you, put the rug up underneath you, and I'm like, I don't have. It's kind of like a kid going, I'm goth. If you're goth, you don't have to tell people you're goth. If you're para-unity, do it by your actions, not in your words, not just by like I say I'm para-unity, because it's not. Listen, they will rip you up, rip you out, chew you up again, and then bury you. And you might never ever met them. And I don't understand that, and I didn't realize, because I've always been surrounded by good people in our community, in our genre, and then I've actually had to encounter in the probably last year and a half a couple of rotten apples that gave everybody a bad name. And like, I want to hear this in the most business-like manner, because it's not a personal thing, although they made it personal. I just like, do you not see, like, we have to do better, make better decisions, pay positivity forward. We have to show people that we can get along, because we're going to spirit and asking them their stories. You want spirit to look at us like, I'm helping you. We can't even get along.
Right.
It's just
So, right. So when you said earlier that I had somebody behind me, I do know that I have 5 with me, and I know who the 5 are.
Well, I was going to say, it's kind of crowded there. It's like usually here when I explain to people like why they have to give me sort of specific questions, because it's like an Aerosmith concert just let out. Everybody's in the train station going, me. So I can't just, when I have a Paul, it doesn't work that way.
Well, it's kind of funny that you just mentioned an Aerosmith concert, because one of my very good friends, Kevin Dubrow
Really?
of Quiet Riot.
Really?
Yeah.
You do know that I'm a serious banger, right? Like, you do know this.
Same here.
We're a family of bangers here. Just saying, Metallica next year, 2 nights. I just got my
I've never
tickets
missed a
for
Motley Crue.
For Tupelo. I'm so excited.
I've never missed a Motley Crue concert.
Yeah, that was. We had really good seats too, and I felt really bad for this
So
man.
one of the other people is a very good friend of mine who I grew up with, and I witnessed his death.
I'm
He was
sorry, who?
beheaded on a good friend of mine who was beheaded on a telephone pole. He was in a car accident.
Was it a black car?
Yep.
Okay.
He's
Did
always.
he-
I know he's always
Okay,
around me.
what is this connection with Cambridge, though? Massachusetts? What is this connection to Cambridge, Massachusetts?
We used to go there a lot.
Okay, because my uncle died in a terrible accident where the steering wheel cut his aorta in half. So, but he just made a reference. He went right to the bridge. That's you either know what you're
Yeah.
talking about or you don't, because you know how Cambridge is. Did your
His girlfriend was doing
did your friend
miles an hour.
did he have something to do with the military?
Oh, he was a. I'll just put it this way: if you're from Lynn, you were down
Come
at
on,
that time.
Stuart, let Eric talk, please.
She was doing 100 miles an hour in the car. I was behind them doing. As they took the turn, he fell out the door. He was beheaded on the telephone pole.
Dude,
And I did a complete 360 on somebody's lawn with my car.
was that the curve coming back from Lynn in Revere? Because I know somebody that wow. It's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon here for me because like they're giving me references that there's no way, but I think we really are connected.
Every year.
He was driving though.
No, passenger.
Okay.
His brother was in the back seat. His girlfriend was the driver. He was in the passenger seat because he was drunk. I got out of the car and actually held his head.
Is his name Mike?
Scott. Well, we called him Dreamweaver.
Oh my God! Thank you, Jesus, thank you. That was the friggin' song that's been playing in my head. Like why? Are you the one with the safety? Are you the reason why the safety pin was in my hair? Dude, we're gonna have to have a chat when this show's over. We're gonna have a chat. I'm a girl, you know. I get bugs in my hair, leaves, whatever. Literally driving earlier today, there was a pain in my neck. I couldn't figure out why. Literally, I'm pulling out a mangled safety pin. I mean, took 2 minutes to get it out in my hair. I don't even use safety pins, and it's a black safety pin.
Well, I guess then you and I are meant to meet because I was in an antique shop and a hair clip was tossed at me from out of nowhere.
Mine broke just before we went live.
Wow. Mine's sitting in the haunted cabinet.
Dude, so excited. I cannot wait now. Oh, wait. What is the black safety pin, though?
I don't know.
It's personal, okay.
Bessie, you always said this is why people meet. We met
I know.
for a reason.
You're either in it for to learn a lesson, you teach somebody a lesson, or there's something about the journey. Never for the destination, as much as we like it. It's always the journey. That's why I tell people,
For me, it was always the education. For me, it's always education for everybody. When it comes to the paranormal field, it's education. Read. Work with something. Met with somebody. You gotta do it. You can't do it.
dude, I love collaborating with people because you learn more from them than you ever would have, because let's face it, you hear something, you look down and you're like, yeah, but is that true? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm also going to be part of an expo on July 15th in New York. I'm going to be part of an expo in New York. Haunted in New York is having an expo. Paranormal Convention.
Is that the main Paracon that's held in New York?
Yeah, in Gloversville, New York. Yeah.
Why is the main convention for giggles held in New York? Because I was like, that's so confusing to me. Like, Maine wouldn't let you do it in Maine?
Why?
It's a Maine Paracon, but it's held in New York. I'm like, that doesn't.
Well, no. See, the Paracon that Haunted in New York is tossing this year. Is there?
Can anybody else hear?
The spirit is really not wanting him to continue.
I know. He's got a
So if you
big time.
right. So if you guys, Haunted in New York is doing a Paracon in Gloversville, New York, on July 15th. It is the biggest event of the year.
Gloversville, New York.
Yep.
July 15th.
Yep. Haunted in New York is going to be doing it.
What time?
It's 10 a.m. in the morning until about 6 o'clock at night.
10 to 6. 10 a.m. to
It's
6
gonna be
p.m.
Yeah, it's going to be live DJ. There's going to be a DJ there, trucks, and all kinds of vendors.
Food trucks, all kinds of vendors.
I know people are going to be shocked at this. I've never been to a Paracon at all. The closest I got was dropping my kids off to a Comic-Con. That was about it. Yeah. So.
All right. So, like, a lot of our viewers can't really hear him.
Yeah, and it's not us. It really is. Spirit doesn't want him to talk to me.
Well,
I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's all right. Again,
No, it happens more often than not, Eric. You know how this works. You know, everything goes fine. You don't have any issues, and then boom, they don't want you talking.
so on July 29th at the Century Club of Amsterdam, New York, you guys can see Eric Perry and PurpleDahlia Media Lisa in a paranormal lecture.
And Bessie,
who said I'm working?
you're not going. You're going. They're gonna find you. Where I am, you are.
From 3 to 6 p.m. You can go onto Facebook and look up. Where was that again? I forget now.
I'm serious.
Where the Dead Talk.
Where the Dead Talks New York chapter to get your tickets. It's $10 for the evening. We'll do an hour lecture, and then there will be an investigation of the club, Amsterdam Club. If I will be making posts on that on all platforms.
They don't even want you talking. What the hell's going on?
But let's end this live because of that.
Thank you, Eric, for coming on. Thank you for inviting me to the lecture, and I hope to have you on many, many, many more times because the guests I've been finding lately, I mean, seriously, you can have your own series on here like every week, and we still wouldn't be able to cover everything.
Right. Thank
Hey,
you so
we're
much.
quite honored.
High five from Massachusetts! Boop! And I don't even want to know what the Bruins score is right now. Just let me have my peace of mind. I don't even want to know.
Well, I know the New York Rangers did pretty well.
I don't know if you can see this, Eric. I'm just saying. We're in the mama bear den.
Ooh, OT. Just saying.
Stanley Cup Rosary.
All right, guys, make sure you like and follow. We will post Eric's page as well.
Yes. We're sorry the spirit's interfering, but we will find a way to post all of the right places that you go back, like, share, follow, and love. Okay? Everybody,
Good night, everybody.
take positivity forward.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night.